What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to Hungary for Success with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today, most important, super important time. We are playing the final two league games of the season, and we can still win the league. Technically, we could do it in the first game. Not so sure we will, but we could. You never know. So we're going to jump into that after you hit the like and subscribe button. As you can see, the league table, if it'll pop up, we are 2 points ahead of depression. We're also very close to winning the league. I would really like it if we could. We have had less than ideal form recently. We continued our run of draws. Fasas had a player sent off, and we still couldn't beat them. They were just better defensively than we were attacking wise. Then against Capo Savar, we struggled. They were quite lucky with the goal they scored, but we got even luckier with our goal, and then we lost to Saraksar. Not quite sure how this happened. They just scored really late on. We were 2 up, and then we somehow fell to 3-2. And then we just beat Peksh in the most recent game. Zugber, the guy who I barely played. Well, to be fair, he had played like 15 games. I think he's played like 18 now. 16. Okay, so he's played one game more. Came off the bench and scored a goal, and it was delightful. So we've the final 2 games of the season, and if we go to Depression's schedule, they take on 16th and 12th Gior and Sholnak, who could still get relegated. So they'll definitely be attempting to avoid the whole, relegation situation. If we win the game and Depression do any worse than a draw, we're pretty much guaranteed to win. But this is how we're going to line up. We've Mirsitz in goal, Miri and Shorenzi as our wingbacks, Dulcitz and Belnizi as our central defence, with Tot and Nagazi as our central midfield. Zugber, I'm going to give him a chance on the right wing because he played well in the last game. Shedlar is going to play on the left. Mesros is going to start as the attacking midfielder, and Giersik starting up front. We're going back to the 4-2-3-1 because nothing else is really working. We do have a couple of injury concerns at the moment. Karash and Borsas are both injured. Potential could have started. They're not going to, but they could have. And Ortiz is out for the remainder of the season. Picked up an injury a couple of days ago. Less than ideal. Canalas has been in very good form recently, so he's definitely going to be disappointed to miss out in this one. But our strikers, as you can see, Giersik is on a 6.7, Delchik's up on a 6.62, as has Gabriel. So much so that Perry Moss is sitting on the bench. Shabo is being looked at as a potential striker as well, if it came to it. Mesros has just recovered from an injury, so he's going to be hoping, I would imagine, that he's going to get into the fray today. I'm hoping he can do stuff. Our favourites, we should be winning this one fairly comfortably. I've thrashed my arms. I'm going to give everyone a bit of faith and say, look, I think you can make the difference, but I'm going to point my finger at them to make sure they are aware of the situation, that I want them to do well. We have looked at signing Hood Wagner as for us for next season, but he's not willing to discuss terms with us just yet. Which, to be fair, he has some interest in him. Don't remember who, but I remember he has a wanted. He's wanted by some club, so I'm going to we'll hold off and see what happens. We do have a little bit of money, if you might remember from the last episode. We've just given away a penalty. Shagid, do not score. Macrae misses the penalty. Well, he doesn't miss the penalty. Mirsitz with the save. We have cleared the ball, and Mesros picks it up. I'm not sure where Giersik is going. does try to get the ball over. Svedlar gets it to Toth. The keeper pushes it wide. Mesros has scored. I don't care. I do not care. I don't care how it goes in. It's in the back of the net. That's the most important thing. Mesros scores for us. And he's been disappointing so far this year. I did change captain because, you know, Lennart's not one of our players anymore. He did leave in January. It's May. So we literally scored just after they missed their penalty. That's going to be frustrating. Depression have taken the lead in their game, so that's going to move that away from 4 points because they were drawing before that. I'm going to point my finger and say there's room for improvement. I don't care, but I'm going to put my fists and maybe give them a bit of faith and be like, hey, I think you could do more. Yeah? Do you think? Do you think you could improve? No? Okay. Zoidberg, an amazing game. Canalas probably going to be coming on in the second half for him. Depression are still on 75. Have they been pulled back? They have. Okay. I was like, are my numbers incorrect? But we could, if the results stay as they are, we could win the league today. And that would definitely be unexpected. Would definitely help the bank balance. We're going to have to take off. Okay, he's coming off. Okay. Coming off. He's going to give away a penalty again. He's going to get himself sent off. I don't want that. Gearsick has been absolutely trash panda. So Gabriel is going to come on for him. Zoidberg is going to come off for... We have so many players that can play on the right. Canalas is going to come on, but we're going to make him a winger on support. He's been decent as a winger on support. So we'll leave him do that for a little while. Neri's nervous, so we're going to take him off. So that's 4 of our substitutions made in the 69th minute, but we've motivated the majority of the players coming off the bench, and they've missed a shot. Depression are now losing. Okay, I thought that was going to be a penalty for a second there. Tot's shot gets blocked by somebody. I'm not sure, and that was just an interesting, if very poor corner. And now we're defending a free kick, which was missed by all our players, which is perfect. That is exactly what you want to see. Mesros is a little tired, so I'm going to take him off. He's, like I said, just back from injury. I'm going to bring on Barna, and I'm going to play him as a shadow striker because that's what he's been training this season for. Not done a huge amount of it. I've played him more as he's been training as a left winger for a lot of the season. I've been swapping him between left winger and an attacking midfielder. But we have won the league. Oh, expectations, we have destroyed them. That's 126,000 for winning the league. Get in there, my son. Get in there. Oh, hey! Expected to finish 15th. We've only gone and won the league. This is not what I was expecting when I started this save. And to think, this team lost to the second 11 in pre-season. And we've only gone and won the Bloomin' League. Who's going to do the cartwheel? Nobody. Nobody does a cartwheel. We only won the league so I could see someone do a cartwheel. I'm not going to give out to anybody for playing poorly today because you can't really. I feel like it would be mean-spirited of me to give out to somebody for struggling on a day like today. Today, not today. How did Depression? And Depression did end up losing 2-1. It's unfortunate for them. But the relegation places have now been confirmed. Ashka absolutely smashed it in their game. Ooh. Right. So we are, after winning the league, surely, yeah, there we go. Favored personnel. Get in there. Yeah. Wins the Hungarian second division. I'll take it. The fans absolutely love me. I might ask for a new contract. Board happy with happy. Mursitz was man of the match. Ooh. To be fair, I'm looking to potentially replace him next season. I feel like a lot of the players are going to be coming in, are going to be staying in the team regardless. This is the guy I'm considering replacing him with, but not as a straight replacement. This guy's playing for Las Vegas. They want a bit too much money from. Yeah, they want a lot of money from. So yeah, we're going to be back. We might as well play the final game of the season. I'm going to put a somewhat rotated side out because it's not like we're trying to survive, our undefeated season or something. We have 2 defeats this year already. So we'll be back for that in just a second. Right, fellas. Final game of the season. Nothing to play for. So we're throwing some of the players who didn't get as much game time this season out onto the pitch and seeing what happens. Debrecen are playing against Győr, who, to be fair, with a win could jump to 11th. And if we beat Haladas, they'll jump ahead of them anyway, would they not? They would. So they'll be keeping an eye on our game, which is definitely going to be interesting for them. But many changes for today's game. Kayal starts in goal because he's no longer throwing a strop about not being in the first team. Nagy starts at right back. Serenci is going to continue at left back because I don't think we have any fit left backs. Other than, Zabari is suspended. So, but we have Rashako and Suarez starting as our central defence. Toth and Mitchell starting in central midfield. Canalas, Barna and Shabo starting as our attacking 3, sitting behind Gabriel. We do have Molnar sitting on the bench as well, to potentially make his debut, which would be fantastic for him. Perry Moss does miss out purely on the fact that we can only have 3 non-EU players in the team, and because he's English, he counts as non-EU. And I want to try some of my other players. I don't know why I gave Molnar number 42. Just got randomly selected. Just scroll down and went, 42. I like the look of that number. We'll take that one, please. So yeah, this should be interesting. Like I said, nothing to play for. Would like to win the game regardless, but it's not going to make any difference if we don't. We've still won the league. Can't take that away from us. We're going to get 127,000, which will put us back nicely in the black, because we are currently about 20k in debt, which is not ideal. But we'll just see how the summer goes, because Gabriel gets his first goal in 12 games, I think it is. Is it going to stay down there? I don't think it's actually going to. But that's his first goal in what feels like forever. But we've it's been a very, very unexpected season. Jabo somehow stays onside. Canalas gets the assist. 3 minutes in, I was weary that we weren't going to do well in this game. We're already winning. Canalas, I'm going to say it was beautifully taken down. I'm not sure he knew too much about it. Nagy with another throw. Just time it gets cleared. Yeah, it's been an unexpectedly good season. Like, I had faith that we'd finish mid-table. Did not expect to win the league. So we've won Dorog's first trophy in our first season, which I think should have made me a club legend rather than just, a favoured personnel. At least an icon. Nobody's ever in the history of Dorog ever managed to win them a cup. And we win them a league in our very, very first season. Serenci just hits the post as well. We've been peppering shots at them. All our shots on target have been goals, which is fantastic. You love to see that hit rate. We have had, it's not anymore now, but we've had 6 shots in the first half hour. 3 of them on target. 2 of them have been put in the back of the net. We're going to actually change it up a little bit. We're going to play or work the ball into the box. A couple of players in this starting 11 that I'm wondering what we do with next season. Rashako, I'm considering getting rid of him. Just because I'm not sure if he's the best player for us. Mitchell might send him out on loan. And Barna, I really want to see what Barna can do, because he's been in and out of the team a bit more than I'd like. Like even today, Rashako's only playing a 6.6 so far, and they've not really done an awful lot. I might have to take. I'm going to take Mitchell off because he is on a booking, and we're going to bring on Giorgio Molnar. But I'm going to swap Molnar over to be the box to box, because he is right only. He's driven personality. Doesn't have great attributes at this current moment, but I fully believe that he is going to be in the first team in the not too distant future. I did think about putting the striker, whose name I cannot remember, who was who we gave a debut to not too long ago. That was just lacking defensively is what I meant to say, not defensive. It was just poor. But yeah, there's not a huge amount that we need to worry about in. I'm worried about what happens next season. Next season's definitely going to be the struggle bus. We have quite a hill to climb next season, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we're going to struggle next season. If you think that we're not going to struggle next season, I applaud your hope, but I think we might be stepping up one season, maybe 2 seasons too early. So I would imagine we're going to get relegated. I hope we don't, because not getting relegated would be ideal. Because I do want to go through this entire save without getting relegated, because the faster we can get to Champions League, the faster we can try and build the club towards maintaining Champions League every season. That would be fantastic. That would make me very happy. And I was going to take Toth off, but there's anyone on the bench that I really want to have a look at. Kind of want to bring Adam Vai on, because he'd be making his final game or appearance for the club. So we'll actually do that. We're going to bring him on. Instead of Shabo, we're going to go to this Vai, who is refusing to sign a new contract. I've decided that I don't want to sign him anymore because of the fact that what he wants contract wise is way too high. Because he's a coach of the club as well. So he's looking for originally when we were struggling for money, he was looking for 600 quid. So now that we're getting promoted, he's probably going to want closer to 1,000, and we're looking at players to replace him with already. I'm actually going to berate the lads because this is not great. To be fair, we have made significant changes to the team. If we lose this, I'm going to be it's been given as offside. If we lose this, I'm going to be very, very annoyed, because we have been quite a good team all season. I do not want to lose on the final day. We've somehow got away with that, but it was offside anyway. That's fine. We've given away a 2-goal advantage to draw. Have we? Sorensi's just been told to calm down. The time is up, referee. We've ended the season with a disappointing draw. That, simply put, was not good enough. We should have won that match. We should have. I'm going to tell Canalas that I took him off to avoid further injury. Still demotivated him. But we definitely have to look at what we have in the squad coming into next season, because a lot of our players are only good enough for this division at absolute best. Depression scored 3 goals in the final 5 minutes. 90th, 94th, 95th minute. Soul destroying. Imagine being a Gior supporter, travelling to Depression and seeing that happen. That would kill me. That is horrible. How could they look at it? Look what they did to my boy. Is Molnar, he's become the youngest player ever. So the young striker, Zima, was previously the youngest player. We've broken it again by bringing another young player in. And Gabriel scored 11 matches. So it was close. It was 11 matches without a goal. It's a fairly long time. So the next episode is going to be a roundup of the season, including all the who do you think is the best signing, young player, best player. If we go to average rating, I would imagine the player of the season is going to go to Belnizi, maybe, because he's got a 7.03 average rating. Could be Jabo as well, because he's been fantastic. Young player, Giersik, maybe. He's the youngest player to have done well and played enough games, I'd say. So he has played 25 league games and scored 7 goals. It's acceptable, I suppose. Maybe Ortiz. I feel like Ortiz could be the one as well. He's also our highest paid player. And he's still going to be our highest paid player, even with the players we've already agreed to sign for next season. Yeah, leave a comment down below who you think is going to be our signing of the season, player of the season, young player of the season, and any of the other awards that you can think of. They're the only ones coming to mind straight away. But if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends, because this series has started off way better than I expected. We demolished expectations in the cup, absolutely smashed expectations in the league, and I do need to ask about getting a new contract. That is the next thing I'm going to do. So thank you so much for watching, fellas. I will see you in the next one.